Let's create a blazing alphabet effect in After Effects. Here we will be using a plugin called Saber, and this plugin is completely free. You can get this plugin in this website videocopilot.net. I will provide the link for this plugin in the description. It's a very interesting and most amazing plugin. We can create a fire effect, a lightning effect, and many interesting effects are there inside this plugin. So we will explore them. So first we will create the letter R, and we will just change the color here, and we can also change the center point for this text. Here we have the option to change the center point, the anchor point tool, and make sure that the snapping is on, and just move the center point to the center of the text, and then we will select the selection tool. Shortcut is V, and we will just scale the text. We will keep the text at the center of the composition, and the composition settings are, so these are the composition settings: 1920 pixels width and 1080 pixels height, right? And we will also align the text to the center of the composition. Here the align options panel is there, so we can just align horizontally and vertically. That's it. Now we will select the text layer, and we will just go to the layer menu, and here we have the option auto trace. We will select the option auto trace, and inside the auto trace make sure that apply to new layer option is turned on, and we will simply click OK. Right, now we will hide the text layer, and we will select the auto trace layer. We will find the plugin which we have installed inside After Effects, that is Saber. So here is the Saber plugin. We'll just drag the plugin and drop it over this auto trace text layer, so we can see the change. And to speed up the performance of your application, you can just change the resolution to half. Here we can just put the resolution to half so that we can work quickly. Our system will not lag, right? So once we have applied this Saber effect to this letter, here we have the Saber options. So what are the options? We will see plenty of options are there, and the most interesting ones are here. So we can just change the preset here. We have plenty of presets. We can just spend some time and check all these presets, but we are interested in something called this energy. Energy looks nice to me. And then if we scroll down here, we have the option customize score, and here we will be replacing this Saber effect with the layer mask option. So the layer mask, what it will do is it will apply the fire effect all over the alphabet, that is the alphabet R. So we can see, here, and we can see the blazing fire, and we can change some of the options here. So here we can see the evolution. But one important thing is we need to be careful while changing these options. Your system is going to use a lot of memory, so we need to be careful. So that is the reason why I have put the resolution as half. We can even put the resolution as third or quarter if we think our system is lagging. So it is always a good idea to have a high configuration system for such effects, right? So now what we will be doing is, here we have the option, the start size. So So we can try to just lower it. Here we have put the start size as just 19%, and then we have the start offset here. So this is the most interesting one. So we'll just animate this start offset. So we'll just turn on the stopwatch for the start offset here, and then we will go to let us say 4 seconds. So here we can just go to time 4 seconds. Just we will put 4 seconds and 0 frames, and we will just change the start offset value. We'll put the value to 0, right? So we'll check the effect here. So we can see, the effect. And if we think the effect is too slow, we can actually move the keys somewhat closer here. So the keys are very far away. We can just move the keys a little bit closer, right? And we will do one more thing, that is we will also just create a keys for this end offset here, and also we will just move this time indicator, or we can also call it playhead, and then we can also just animate this end offset. So here we have animated end offset as well as start offset. So we'll just check. So we can see here we got an interesting result. And we can also experiment by changing the preset here. We can select different presets. Here we have selected this energy. We can select fire. So if we think the fire is interesting, we can also use the fire here. So something interesting here, right? So the next thing we'll be doing is, so once we got till here, so the next thing we'll be doing is we will just select the keyframes. So we will just select the keyframes here, all the keyframes, and what we can do here is just we can right click, select the keyframe assistant, and here we can just select any one of these options. We will select this easy ease. So this looks fine. And we will also do one more thing. We can actually go to the graph editor here, and we can see the graph here. We can select these points, and we can actually just increase this easy ease effect here. So this will be interesting. So the effect looks like this. So we can see, right? Okay, so now the next thing we'll be doing is we will just turn on the text layer below the auto trace layer, and what we'll be doing is we will just give it a black color fill, a black fill to the text, and we will see the output here, and we will place this text layer above the auto trace layer, and we can see the effect here. The blazing alphabet effect. And to make it more interesting, we can also add a camera. So we will just right click over the layers and just select a camera. But the most important thing is we need to just turn on these 3D options. So here we can turn on the 3D options here, and now we will just add a camera to the scene, and inside the camera we will select the preset as 35mm, and we will select one node camera, and then we will change the views to 2 views here, and we can just animate the camera. So we can just select the camera and we'll animate it, we will animate the position for the camera, and we can just keep it like this, and then we'll just turn on the stopwatch for the position. We'll create a key for the position, and then we can just move the time indicator, and we will move the camera in Z axis. So we can see the effect, right? And we can come back to a single view now. And one more interesting thing that we'll be doing is, we will also apply a light sweep effect. So we can just find a CC light sweep. So here is the CC light sweep. We will just drag and drop it over this text layer, and not the auto trace layer, but the text layer above it, and we can see the change. We can see a light beam, and we can increase the intensity of the beam. We can also increase the edge intensity, and we can just animate the center here. So we can just turn on the key for the center, and then just move the time indicator, and then we can just move it over here, so we can see. And also at the start we can keep it over here, so we can see. So we got a nice, interesting, blazing alphabet effect in After Effects. So we can experiment this Saber plugin with different presets here. Interesting combinations we can try. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Please do like, subscribe, do share, and if you have anything to say, do comment. See you again.